wherever you might be watching us from, and welcome to another edition of This Morning on QTV. Again, I mean, the usual suspects, myself and Lolly Camara. You know, same team from yesterday. We're happy to be back to have some very interesting, you know, conversations again. And yeah, but before that, Lolly, good morning.
Good morning, Ansumana.
You're looking...
No, I just wanted to tell you that you're looking all handsome today. You don't need to tell me I'm looking. I know I'm already looking good.
I hope you can hear that.
Hey, don't involve using this. Use is already mad. So you remember what I told him before we come on air.
I know that.
He's very angry with me.
And
I hope viewers I'm not black, because he said he's gonna, you know, change my color. I hope I'm not all black.
You should be thankful. You look good.
Yusufa, don't be mad. I was just asking.
But yeah, I mean, we're happy to be back, and you know, we hope you had a good, you know, good day yesterday. Of course, most of you were home resting.
Yeah.
It was a public holiday, but we were holidaying it here as usual. But yeah, so we go through our running order this morning. First, we have a look at the African proverb as usual, and then you know, we go for the usual commercial break. Then the newspaper review, you know, which we were not able to do yesterday.
Yeah,
we would
because
have
of
it
the public holiday.
today. It's an important segment on this program. And yes, so we have a colleague and friend here with us to help us do that, go through some of these stories on the newspapers. And then we have a look at social issues. Again, we said it yesterday, and I'll say it again, it's the biggest story of the year so far, no doubt. That is the cough syrup saga. And then we will, of course, look into some new developments, and we'll be engaging the national coordinator of the CPA on the phone, and of course the police PRO as well as the president of the Gambia Bar Association. They also issued a statement, a joint statement with FLAG. We'll go through that as well. And we were supposed to have lawyer Fatou Jao with us here, I mean, but then we'll see. Hopefully, we'll have her on the phone as well. And then we have the click segment. Will be back with Skengman Sweezy, like Mr. Carr would say, squeezy lazy.
And Mr. Ade
He'll be back
also
with
said,
a big guest, actually, a very big guest this morning. So yeah, we have a packed full show for you.
Oh yes.
Yes.
All loaded one.
Yes, a loaded one, right? So, Lolly, let's go through our proverb this morning. But again, be reminded that this program is sponsored by Opticalia. I mean, for
all your
eyes,
ears, nose, and throat. You can always visit them at the Tropic Shopping Center.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
So, yes, we go to our African proverb this morning, Lolly.
Yes, the proverb reads, even an experienced man will try something new. That's the...
All right. So we bring in our guest this morning,
Mr. Suleiman Dabo.
You know, say good morning to all of you out there, after which we'll engage him on the African proverb. Mr. Dabo, we're happy to have you on this.
Thank you, Nyasi. Thank you, Lolly, for having me here this morning. I'm good to be here. It's always a pleasure to be in the company of wonderful people like you people. So
we're happy to have you here as well.
I'm glad to be here.
Lolly, Mr. Dabo is looking very active this morning.
Hey, mono.
He
told me he had mono. He's Dalakunda.
Yes,
why are you surprised?
And he's confessing.
I agree. Every morning I go look for my mono.
See?
I don't play with my mono.
I hope you're from Jara.
No, I'm from Kiang. We are the original inventors of mono, and we are the consumers of mono, even though but the bunkers have now started claiming ownership over it. But this is ours.
Fulas would say Chiang. You're from Chiang.
It's so. Can't you leave Fulas alone?
But yes, Mr. Dawo, I mean, we're happy to have you on.
Good to be here.
And on this morning.
Good to be here.
So yes, you heard the proverb there.
Yeah.
That Lolly read earlier.
Even an experienced man.
An experienced man
will try something new.
What do you make of that?
That's interesting. I don't know if I have any immediate reaction to it, but just reading it literally, well, it's not bad to try anything new. No matter how experienced you are, you always want to explore new areas.
Sure.
Especially in the digital world that now we live in. Everything is connected somehow, somewhere. So it's always good to explore other areas, because otherwise, you know, you might find yourself stuck somewhere if you don't try new things.
Yeah.
I've watched both of you do programs, host programs here. I hope you are training yourselves to video edit your stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are not doing that, you will get stuck somewhere someday because you won't have a video editor to edit your story for
That's
you.
true. I mean,
so it is always good to try something new. That's my reading of it.
Well, thankfully, most of us here do video editing.
Exactly.
Before coming here, for me, I would say I wasn't able to do that. But then with time, I got to learn, even from colleagues here as well. So,
My experience is different. When I started working for television, we go out, look for story, we bring our story, you write your story, you take your story and your tape where your story will be recorded to a video editor guy.
Video editor, yes.
You sit down there and watch him edit your story for you.
Yeah. We have the same system here, but thankfully all of us can edit as well.
See?
Yes.
So that's an experience I don't have. Probably when I start working for television again, that's some area that I will try to explore.
All right.
Nice.
But yes, I mean, on the proverb, I think it's self-explanatory to a large extent.
Yeah.
You know, it's never bad to try something new. You know, learning is a continuous process, like they would say. You know, no matter how comfortable you are, you know, you should always try something different.
Correct.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, Lord.
So I agree with both of you. Not bad to try anything new. It's always good because it will be an added advantage for you. Like you said, if you try something new, it's your own it's at your own advantage. Like for myself, I'm a woman trying something new in the kitchen. You know, something advantageous to my husband because he'll be like, "Hey, it's my job, body fame," you know. So you see.
Okay, how about the husband trying something new?
I knew you were going there. I knew it. You know, I wanted to give that example,
never
but
want
I
to
just
hear that.
Okay.
No,
they don't want to.
no,
That's
I don't.
not somewhere they
No, let's just go for food. So trying something new in the kitchen is not bad. It's at my own advantage. And my husband loves, you know, that kind of things. So it's not really bad. Even work, whatever, anywhere you are. Just don't limit yourself at a corner. That, yes, I'm very much comfortable. So I have to do what I do every day. No, try something else.
Try something. Always try something new.
Yes.
Always good.
It's a good one.
Thank you, Lolly. Thank you, Mr. Dabo. I mean, we'll go for a short commercial break, but when we return, you know, the newspaper review segment is up next.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of frame plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find the frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician. Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.
Welcome back after the commercial break. Don't forget to visit Opticalia, and I can assure you that you will love what you see. Be reminded you're watching This Morning, and we're coming to you live from our studios on Carava Avenue. I'm Ansman Eswanyasi, and this morning I am with my colleague Lolly M. Camera and our guest, Mr. Suleiman Dabo, who is a journalist. So we go straight into the newspaper review. Lolly,
yes,
take us through
the point. Yes, I have the point with me, and on the front page it reads, "Police to probe deaths of 69 children linked to Aki. Barrow says children died of Aki not at much variance with data. Victim Center Chair says death of 69 children will be documented as atrocity. GBA flag urge government to probe death of 69 children, punish culprits. Indian maiden pharmaceutical company finally speaks amid pressure. Health Minister announces 3 more deaths of children. Those are the headlines on the...
All right, on the Fourier newspaper, government response to WHO's alert on 4 cough and cold syrups, and the same, they also have the GBA flag,
reaction
statement also. And UDP issues statement on deaths of children due to Aki. And then police releases Imam Bakasu Fofana and followers. Mother explains how she found baby. Okay, this is in relation to the ongoing court case. Comedian Dabo still in police custody. CPA National Coordinator reacts to President Barrow's address on the death of 66 children. This is on the Voice newspaper. Honorable Ahmad Ba, back from UNWTO Regional Commission for Africa. Victim Center, again, same as that on the Point newspaper. And then you have Ministry of Health, MCA, orders must be held accountable, Mama Kande says, and President Barrow calls for immediate action to review Medicine Act.
Yes.
Some interesting but similar headlines there.
Yeah.
Mr. Dabo, let's begin with, like I said earlier, the biggest story of the year. 69 deaths of these children.
Of our innocent
Quite shocking.
children.
Very sad moment for us.
It is shocking. It is a very sad moment for the country. And as a parent, I want to express my sincere condolences to every family that has lost a child. And there are still some kids, I believe, who might be suffering from these syrups. The government, like these headlines indicate, a lot of people are unhappy with government, are unhappy with government's response, and truly so. We are angry at government as people because the government of the Gambia is the duty bearer here. They are the ones responsible for the protection of life and property in this country. They are the ones who are responsible for providing the best healthcare service to the citizenry. Now, when something of this nature happens, naturally, people will react. And they will react the way they did or are still doing, because this is a matter of death.
Lives are involved.
Lives are involved. And you're talking about children, 69 of them. That is a huge chunk of the population of this country.
Sure.
Knowing that we are a very small country. Again, the president...
And these numbers could rise, you know.
Exactly.
Who knows?
They could rise.
Initially we had 58, and then government came
66. Now it's 69. No, who knows before the end of this program whether another number will be added. I hope that will not happen.
And how about those who have not been documented? I mean, before, in fact, this was detected.
This is a developing story.
Exactly.
It is developing. Nobody knows where it is going to end. I hope it ends at that number, 69, so it won't increase.
But what do you make of, let me ask you this, Mr. Dabo, what do you make of the president's statement?
Honestly, I was disappointed, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed because that was not what I was expecting. Whoever was responsible for coming out with that statement
misled.
Either misled the president knowingly or unknowingly don't know what he was suggesting to the president. What I was expecting as a parent is at the beginning of that statement, that speech, expression of condolences.
Exactly what I said yesterday morning.
That is what I was expecting. You know, as a community here in the Gambia, anytime someone is bereaved or a family is bereaved, you have elders of a community, either imam, alcalo, or, you know, even the household head, will be the consoler in chief of that family or of that community.
Sure.
Here, this involves 66 children or 69 children of the Gambia. The president should be the consoler in chief. When he talks, when the president gives a speech, everybody sits down and listens.
Listens, true.
There is a reason for that. It is because he is the only person who will be flanked by two flags, who a national anthem would be sung for. That doesn't happen for you, her, and me.
No.
True.
Why? Because Gambians entrusted him with that responsibility, with everything that comes along with it, privileges and responsibilities.
True.
So that is why when the president talks, everybody listens. We all sit down to listen, because every word that comes from him means a lot, has a meaning, has consequences.
Yeah.
So that is why I would say I was disappointed in the structure of that speech, but also
And in the language
disappointed
as well.
in the delivery,
Delivery
of the speech.
I said that.
So honestly, I was disappointed. But I still believe the president has an opportunity here
Oh yes, big
Correct,
time.
yes.
Yeah,
to correct the course,
Yeah.
to take charge of this responsibility,
he should.
to be the consoler-in-chief. Like I said earlier, this is a developing story.
Yeah.
We still don't know where it is going to end. So the president has a responsibility, and he has every opportunity at his doorstep, because he's got what nobody's got, and that is called the bully pulpit. Anytime he wants to talk to the people, Gambians will listen. And he can come to this program and talk. He can go to GRTS and talk to the Gambian people. He can use any platform to talk to the Gambian people. What I expect him to do is to take swift action against any individual, group, or company that might be responsible for what is happening here. Because this is the life of the people of the Gambia.
Yeah.
So
I know there's been a follow-up action to his earlier statement after people reacted really angrily to, or disappointingly to his statement. He's ordered the foreign minister to reach out to his Indian counterpart. He's also ordered the police to launch an investigation into which they've already started. But he's also ordered for the suspension of the license of the pharmacy that imported those medicines into the country, and even a review of the Medicines Act.
Correct.
We understand all that.
These are all positive steps.
You know, when I saw this list,
Yeah.
I was like, this is what he should have started with. He should have come and talked to the public and said, these are some of the things that I've assigned for them to carry out. Then the public will be assured of the president's,
I understand too that he's sent a delegation.
Oh yeah, a high-powered delegation to
some of these
brief
parents.
families.
Yeah, that's if I'm going to offer any kind of advice, and I'm not offering one here because I don't think I'm the right person to offer that advice to the president, but sending delegation to those families, I would rather suggest having them all gathered at one place and meet them personally.
In person. Or even call them to the
exactly.
State House.
Even before that, like you were saying, call them on the phone and talk to each and every one of them.
Looking at the number, Mr. Davos,
this is a disaster.
It's a huge number.
This is a disaster. It is a disaster. And people who know the president, I don't know the president personally, never met him, but from the conversations I have with people who know him, he is a compassionate person.
I have had the opportunity to interview him countless times. I can say maybe 10 or even more. I've had the opportunity to interact with him in person before he became president, during the impasse, and even this year, earlier this year. And I find him to be, like you say, someone at a personal level.
Right.
He's someone easy to deal with.
Yeah.
He understands. I really, when I saw that statement, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I think what he should have done was to talk to people as a parent, in person. If I were in his shoes, I wouldn't even read a statement. Speak whatever language you want, or even go out there and meet them. Because the number, look at the number. It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. And these are babies.
Yeah.
Literally babies.
Innocent babies.
Innocent babies. So it's all about communication. And communication, anytime you are in the defensive, it means you are losing the battle.
And that statement
It's defensive.
Very defensive.
And the minister came out, he was defensive. From every other government person that is talking on this matter is being defensive. On my way to this program, I was listening to the Minister of Information on another program, and he sounded defensive to me as well.
Yeah, I think the language should be,
exactly,
we're sorry about the situation, but then we will do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Yes.
Take charge of this instant. Have it under your grip. The president I'm talking about here. This should be his personal responsibility. Don't let anybody take lead of this. Be the leader. Yeah. You are the president. You are the one Gambian people are looking up to. Anybody here who brings any information to you, verify it before you go and talk to the Gambian people. Verify it. Make sure it is the right information to convey to the Gambian people.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the president, okay, like you're saying, he's already started taking action. The license of the importer of this syrup is suspended. I don't know what is happening to the individuals. If the license is suspended, it means the pharmacy is closed. But how about the individual who is responsible?
Yeah, we understand that some of these people have been called in for questioning by the police, which is quite positive.
Correct.
That is what we expect anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you will be surprised to know that this company that manufactured these medicines, I mean, was taken to court twice in India.
Oh,
twice.
Yes. Twice.
In 2014 and in 2018.
17, 18.
Now, in fact, I mean, just yesterday we read the statement from the company, and they're saying that these medicines are not on sale
in the domestic market.
In India.
In India.
Yeah, it's only exported and only exported
it's only
to...
for,
Yes,
for
in fact, it's here. They're saying we have valid drug approvals for the export of the products in question, and we are not selling anything in domestic market. So it is for export only.
Yeah. So here is the thing, though, Ansumana. You know, in times of crisis, leadership matters a lot. And this is a national crisis moment for the Gambia. One thing I know, anytime a country is faced with a situation like this, everyone should be concerned and everyone should be mad, not because you are mad at President Barrow as an individual, but because you are a Gambian.
Exactly.
You are a Gambian who is faced with this disaster and not caused by a fellow Gambian, but somebody outside the Gambia, a non-Gambian. That should make every Gambian mad.
Well, what do you make of our regulatory bodies as well?
Yeah, that's something else. You know, I was listening to I watched the press conference by the minister and the, I think she's the director of the Medical Control Agency. Yeah. And a journalist asked her, either those who have licenses do rent their license out to pharmacy owners. And her response was, that's the wrong word, the word rent. That's the wrong word. You don't have to use that word. Instead, she suggested that the questionnaire, the person who was questioning, should use the word partnership. Well, if that is what they are doing, if they are having a partnership relationship with these pharmacy owners, then they should be equally responsible and should be equally held accountable for what had happened.
Sure.
Because if you are in partnership, I'm not a lawyer, but generally in partnerships, you have equal responsibilities.
Definitely.
So if that is the case, then they should be equally responsible. Whoever issued that license to that pharmacy, that the owner of the pharmacy and the owner of the license should be equally held accountable.
Yes.
That was my immediate reaction to her suggestion right there, that they form a partnership with these pharmacy owners, meaning they are equally responsible. So as head of that agency, their number one objective is to regulate medicine that is coming into this country, to make sure it is the right one, fit for use in this country. So if this is the first instance, this is where they failed, then I believe the president, he has taken measures, but where the place to start is at that agency. Medicines Control Agency. accountability should start from there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And again, I'll go to the point, to my earlier point, that the president should not take the bullet for anyone who doesn't deserve it. Because these are people who don't deserve to take a bullet for.
Yeah.
Why is the president ready to have Gambian people mad at him for something he is not? If you look at it critically, he is not responsible for.
Yeah.
Why Gambians are mad at him? Because he is, the buck stops with him.
Yeah, he's the president.
He's the president. But anything that he can do to correctly stop this, if he does that, Gambians will come back to rally behind him, to support him. Again, like I was saying, every individual, I believe firmly that every individual of this country want their president to be successful.
Yes.
Because the success of the president is the success of the country.
Like Obama said, wishing that the commander-in-chief
There you go.
kills.
And the opposition right now,
you
know, last week we were talking about an alliance between Citizens Alliance and NPP. No bad. Right now, the responsibility of the opposition in this country should not just be talking.
Yeah.
They should be action-oriented. Let them conduct their own investigations.
Yeah.
I would add the Parliament, the National Assembly, should equally conduct an independent inquiry
We haven't
into this matter.
We haven't heard any
From
statement yet
from the National
Parliament.
Assembly.
We haven't heard any statement from any National Assembly member so far, and that really worries me.
As people's representatives.
Exactly. But we've heard statements from, talking about the opposition, from the UDP, from
GFA,
GFA, from
GDC, Mawakande.
how do you call it again, CA, from even GDC as well. And we appreciate that. This is what we expect.
Yeah, this is what we expect.
It is not it is not something to politicize. We're talking about deaths here.
Exactly.
But
There
I
is
am
no
happy-
politicizing this.
I am happy that all sectors in this country, almost everybody is reacting to this, and that is what we expect.
That's it's just natural. It's just natural for people to react this way. Even I'm going to suggest, let the president, with the independent investigations that should be conducted or are coming up, let him include some opposition members there who are qualified in this area, who know about medicine, who can advise, or who are diplomats in any area that could be beneficial to this inquiry. Just to show to the Gambian people, look, I'm serious about this. I want something to be done about this, and I don't want this to happen ever again.
It's a national issue.
It is. So everybody should come together to work hand in gloves to make sure this doesn't happen again. This is how it happens in every developed country. When natural disaster hits, everybody comes together. I just remember when the floods hit Florida, just recently, about a week or so ago. The Florida governor, DeSantis, he's expected to contest the 2024 elections against President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden went to Florida to see for himself the extent of the damage. He was there with this governor. And I can tell you, those people would never see eye to eye if it not was for that disaster.
And that's how it should be.
That's how it should be. So this should be a concern of every Gambian. We should all put politics aside.
Definitely.
You know, you cannot disagree with the fact anything that happens, there are political connotations
I remember
to it.
during the floods
but
in
this should be a national matter too.
During the floods in Banjul, I mean, there was this day where we had the president and the mayor, and we know they're from two opposing parties, but we had them together.
Correct.
And people appreciated that.
Correct. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. And also talking about the Medicine Control Act agency, I've seen that their mandate is to control the manufacture, importation, exportation, distribution, use and advertisement of medicine and related products with respect to ensuring their quality, safety and efficacy related to products. So this thing is it's all related to medicine control. Because I think
their capacity needs to be enhanced.
Their capacity needs to be, because if they are really responsible for all of this.
Even these medications that we're talking about here, they cannot even be tested in the country because we don't have the requisite labs.
Sadly.
It is very sad.
Since
the attainment of independence in 1965, some would arguably 1965, when we became a republic, arguably. Until today, we still don't have an adequate lab to do tests like this. That is very unfortunate for this country.
And this ministry
and
is
unfortunately,
under the
you know,
health
here in this country, when you talk about inefficiencies, corruption and all the like, people take them personal.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And they will even call you names.
Yeah, they will even call you names. But honestly, that is very unfortunate. That will be very unfortunate for situations like this. Because right now, everything that should be done by us as citizens is to ensure that this thing never happens again. And let the president understand or realize that this would be a defining moment for his presidency.
Oh yes,
this would be very significant as far as his legacy is concerned. That's why I'm suggesting that he should leave no stone unturned to make sure this thing never happened in this country.
I think it will go down in history so far as the darkest moment
in his
of
presidency,
from 2017 to date.
Yeah.
I understand we have the president of the Gambia Bar Association, our very own friend and Uncle Saliu Tal, on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
We're happy to have you on this morning.
Thank you. I'm happy to be on this program.
All right. So, I mean, your association issued a statement yesterday. Take us through it.
Yes. Thank you. So we issued a statement yesterday following news that 66 Gambian, and now I think it's 69 Gambian students that died, and their death may have been linked to the consumption of some drugs imported from India, manufactured by made in pharmaceutical limited. So we feel that this is a very serious national issue, and evidence suggests that the drugs may have been contaminated, and their consumption is fatal for human. Any human that consumes the drug, particularly babies, it's fatal to them. So we felt that there was a need to impress the government to have an inquiry into why such drugs were allowed into the country, and the role of the respective agencies charged with ensuring that drugs that come into the country are safe, and look at the overall system that licenses people to bring drugs. Because we have agencies that are responsible to ensure that drugs that come to the Gambia are of good quality and are healthy for consumption. So that's why we believe that it is important to ensure accountability. Who is responsible for what? Number two, to make sure that if there are any issues in the system, any defects in the system, we can now find a way of resolving the issues in the system. And number three, we make sure that it never happens again. Because 69 young Gambians, and it will be more, it is really not acceptable. That is why we are calling for an independent, multi-stakeholder inquiry that can look at the issue objectively and get to the bottom of it. Because before we can assign blame and responsibility, we have to have an inquiry and look into it. And I think that is very, very important. As lawyers, we cannot jump into any conclusion at this stage, but we know that there's a need for accountability, and the government must ensure that there's an inquiry that is independent and transparent, and also that persons who are convicted should also not be part of that inquiry.
Now, you also made a few demands in your statement. The first of which, that government should robustly pursue the Indian manufacturer. We understand that the president has instructed the foreign minister to reach out to his Indian counterpart relating to that. But you also went on to talk about holding those responsible accountable and also to compensate adequately, for that matter, victims. Why is this important?
No, I think it's a good thing that the government has have contacted the Indian government through the embassy, which is what we've been calling for. Because if the pharmaceutical companies based in India, and they are governed by, they are regulated by the Indian government. So yes, we expect that's the right thing to do. We just say that let's make sure that because if it is important that every citizen has a right to a remedy under the Constitution, under international law, and if the company in India is found to be wanting and they are in breach of their obligation to provide drugs that are healthy, and they provide drugs that are funded, obviously they have a duty of care to adequately compensate victims or people who have been hurt or bereaved as a result of their substandard drugs. And one of the ways that can be done for the government first to engage the Indian government, and the Indian government, as I understand, have started investigating this company and have suspended their license, I believe. And now, I mean, that process is ongoing, and the government must continue to put pressure on the Indian government to ensure that company they get to the bottom of it. And after that, the next stage is now what next? Now, once it's been established that there's wrongdoing, then there's a need to compensate the victims. It's very important.
Sure.
All right. So before Lolly and Mr. Dabo would come in, talking about victims and holding, those responsible accountable. I mean, as lawyers, I mean, is the GBA and FLAG ready to support these families? Especially, of course, we expect some people to be prosecuted at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, the GBA and FLAG, when the information came up following the WHO announcement, we discussed and agreed to work together and look at ways of ensuring there's accountability and justice for the victims, and also to ensure that we can assist in helping change the system that may have caused it to work. So we are committed to supporting the victims, our members. We are lawyers. We are a membership-based association of lawyers. So if and when there's a need for legal action, our members will be happy to represent the victims. We'll be offering our representation to the victims and when needed. But at this stage, what is the focus right now is to ensure that we get to the bottom of it, find out what actually happened, who's responsible. And once that information is out and we have clarity on it, then we can now look at the next step of how do we hold those responsible accountable within and outside the Gambia.
All right. Mr. Davo,
yes. Mr. Sall, thank you for joining us this morning. I know you've issued a statement, but have you actually reached out to the government to offer support in any area that they might need your support? The second part of that question is there any independent legal body in this country that you know of that might be interested in independently investigating a matter like this?
Yeah, the next stage of we have not formally yet engaged the government, but that is our intention, to formally engage the government to support any process of holding, helping them hold those responsible accountable, even including those outside the country. Because we are a body of lawyers, and we also have we are very well networked association. We are even networked with lawyers in India, for example, because of our membership of the International Bar Association. We are a member of the Commonwealth Lawyers Association, I'm an executive, and we are also a member of the Pan-African Lawyers Union. So we are very well networked as lawyers in terms of even accessing lawyers in India to work with if need be. So we are definitely committed to supporting and helping any process that will ensure there is accountability. We have a very, very constructive approach to this. We want to solve the problem. We want to help resolve the problem. We want to contribute to the solutions. We want to also ensure that the bereaved have a remedy and they have justice. Now, in terms of when we're talking about, we are not saying that a lawyer should head any inquiry. We are not suggesting that, because this inquiry you have to look at it in a very holistic way. I mean, there are technical aspects to it, there are legal aspects to it, the administrative aspect. There are so many aspects to an inquiry because of what is involved. So we are not saying that it is a lawyer should head anything. We are not suggesting that. I think probably, in my opinion, even a retired public health, reputable public health expert, I think, should head an inquiry. We have several Gambians who have served WHO for many, many years, and there are many of them retired with impeccable credentials. These are the type of people who I believe could chair an inquiry that will look into this. And we have, in fact, in our statement, we recommended that the Human Rights Commission should be part of the inquiry. We as a bar cannot be part of the inquiry because we are lawyers, we represent different interests.
Correct.
But we believe that the Human Rights Commission is the right body that should actually be there, because the human rights and the human and constitutional rights of
citizens,
young Gambians have been violated by someone. They have a right to life.
Correct.
And their life have been cut short.
Yeah.
So there's a human rights element to it, and the other human rights laws, the government has a duty to investigate. They have a duty to provide a remedy to victims of human rights violations.
Correct.
So that's why we believe that the NCHR would be a competent body, probably most likely to the chairperson, to probably sit on any inquiry that could be put in place with other different experts.
All right, thank you.
And importantly, it's important that those who may, I'm not trying to cast aspersion against anybody, but those who have who may be conflicted should recuse themselves from any such inquiry, because it's important to have a very objective process,
correct,
a transparent process, inclusive and participatory, that can look at all the facts and come out with solid recommendations as to who is responsible, who is accountable, and also what needs to be done to change the system, because this is a systemic failure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you so very much, Mr. Tal. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to engaging you more. Like Mr. Davo said earlier, it's a developing story.
Thank you.
In case there is anything new, especially with the GBN flag, we will definitely reach out. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
so that was the president of the Gambia Bar Association.
Yeah, I just want to pick on where he left off, which is to have people who might have conflict of interest in this matter to recuse themselves from this investigation.
It's important.
That should be, even the president should not recommend that to them. Sure. They should realize that themselves as citizens of this country to say, you know what, I can't be part of this investigation. Let me recuse myself. That is when you show that you are a true Gambian, that you are proud of your country. Don't wait for the president to say, I'm going to fire you, or you have to give way. No.
Anybody who is a person of interest
I don't understand, as the director of Medical Control Agency, and again, people personalize stuff here. This lady, I've never met her. I don't know her. I don't have anything personal against her. But if she is the head of that agency,
she shouldn't be part of that.
And she is a license holder.
She shouldn't be part of that.
She should recuse herself from this investigation.
No doubt about that.
That's my suggestion.
An important one there.
Yeah, so
to make it efficient and effective.
Lolly, I'm told we're also reaching out to the CPA, the Child Protection Alliance. They also issued a statement, and we've seen even in the papers that the director, also a national coordinator rather, also reacted to what is happening. Yes, so we have her on the line, on the line. Good morning, sir.
Mr. Lamifate.
Yes,
good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me too, and good morning to the wonderful viewers.
So, yes, we would like you to take us through to your statement that you've issued with regards to the death of the 69 children.
Well, our statement has been initiated by the fact that the president's address to the Gambians, kind of like, we perceive it as something that is quite more like irresponsible and disappointing due to the fact that, there's a statement he made where he made mention of making an analysis of past events compared to the number of children that have died. And for CPA, this was not our perception, and this was not what we perceived to have received from a statement by the president of the Gambia. So as a result of that, we came up with a statement to condemn the president, but also to equally strengthen our accountability voice to the state, that the state must be able to accept the fact that, well, this has happened due to negligence within the government, and the government must be able to take responsibility. And all that we ask for is for the government to obviously take responsibility and reassure the general public that it is committed to making sure that, well, such an incident would never happen in this country, but equally also to do a further investigation, rigorous investigation for that matter, to ensure that those individuals and institutions that have hands in the importation of this fake drug into the country are arrested and dealt with according to the law. But what is so more important is that, well, we have families that have been affected. 62 is not, and 69 is not a small number, that we feel like the government is still obligated to reach out to those families and make sure that at least to have a heavy compensation to those families. We will accept the fact that, well, we know the fact that you cannot buy life, but also it's an effort that the government could show that goodwill gesture to ensure that, well, they also sympathize with the family. This is an unfortunate incident that the government wouldn't want to have to happen in this country, but it had happened, to do a compensation. But also from the president's statement, we have seen, as per the recommendation he has mentioned, he had fallen short of those concrete actions as to, yes, revocation of licensing or suspension of licensing, and working with partners to make sure that something of this nature does not happen. But that does not have to create a room for where those that have already been involved in this would actually go scot-free. And that's why we came up with this statement, to make sure that to ensure government must be able to take a position to ensure that accountability at the end of the day has been reached to. And also we remind government that when it comes to the issue of human rights protection, especially in the issue of children, the government, as the primary duty bearer, has committed itself through the ratification of regional international legal instruments that have legally bind the government to ensure that children must be able to have full enjoyment of their rights. What the government must be able to provide is to provide a responsive protection mechanism to make sure that these rights are ensured. And obviously, when we talk about issues of children's rights, we talk about the right to have access to quality, adequate health care services in this country. And you go to Section 11 of the Children Act in the Gambia, the government has already stipulated that. Section 66 of our Children Act of the Gambia, government has taken the primary duty that to safeguard children in this country, it shall be the primary responsibility of the state.
That's very important there. Just quickly want to know, have you constituted any dialogue between the ministries that you've mentioned in your press release? Because you've mentioned the Ministry of Interior and Gender, Children, Social Welfare. Have you constituted any dialogue or open dialogue as regards to this?
And also, additionally, just to wrap up, have you reached out to the parents of, these bereaved families?
Because you're the
when you look at CPA is more like an alliance of different organizations, and CPA is just a secretarial. And part of the members' organization, we have members that are actually engaged, reaching out to the families. But also what we are able to do is to also create a platform, kind of like a small campaign movement for this particular specific case. We've already gathered what we call Leaders for Justice for the 69, and I know it's going to be 69 plus. So we have now currently working on modalities to see how best we used to approach. One approach is to see how best we further engage the government through consultation, through meetings, and through also to reaching out to the communities. But what is also more important is also engaging government in terms of creating the accountability to make sure that at the end of the day, we regulate the agency that is responsible for the importation and exportation, also to distribution of drugs into this country. So actually we have started doing some groundwork, we're also doing some mobilization, especially if the state has forethought of coming out with a concrete action in dealing with people or officers that have hand in this, to actually raise funds to support the family for litigation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Fati. We appreciate your time, and we would continue to reach out, as this
thank you for having me. Thank you.
Issue continues to develop. Mr. Dabo, unfortunately, we've come to the end of this very interesting segment on this morning. But yes, overall, just to wrap up, what would you want to see going forward as far as this issue is concerned?
To wrap up, I would wrap up with this statement, with this appeal to the president. Take charge. Take charge of this situation. Take responsibility. Be proactive. Very, very active at this point in time. This is a defining moment for your presidency. So don't let anybody muddy your name or the name of your administration for something that you might not be underlined responsible for. Because this is a private pharmacy that has imported these drugs into this country. How far is the government involved in that? I don't know. But make sure as president you investigate and find out what actually happened, how it actually happened, who are responsible or are involved, and you take punitive measures against them. That is the only way you can win the hearts and minds of Gambian people as far as trusting you with protecting the lives and property of citizens of this country.
Absolutely.
Transparency and accountability.
Mr. Dabo, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And we hope to have you on the platform. I mean,
Again.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Thank you very
And
much.
this time when you come and you bring mono.
Exactly what I was about to say.
I'll bring some
thank
mono.
you. We were hoping to have the police PRO on the line, unfortunately. But then we move on to the next segment, which is Click.
Is it Skengman busy?
Skengman.
Skengman busy.
Yes, in a
He's
moment
been busy, though.
we'll go with Click. We take a short break. We'll be back.
Q Money, the biggest mobile money service in the Gambia, has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure, and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chevy, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motors services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 352222 353-4444 or locate us on the Bertel Harding Highway. Espas Motors. Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongola. Sound sign yesta 335 kumande. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe on. QCell, Gambia la network lanna yari on.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at Q South Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boost Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.
Welcome back after that commercial break. I mean, we go to one of the most exciting segments on this morning. Business as usual. You know, like he would say, it's about to go down. He's got some very interesting guests in the studio.
So, you know, yeah. we're not going down today, we're going up.
Really?
Exactly.
Okay. So let's go up. Over to you.
Good morning, guys. I'm Skengman Susie, and it's a wonderful Monday morning with me in the studio, man. No introduction. I'm not going to do any introduction today, man, but they're going to do it themselves, man. Welcome on the show, bro.
Yeah, man. Egalitarian live in the studio. Assalamu alaikum, Gambia, Africa watching. This is your man, Egali. Brah!
For real, man. Yeah. We miss seeing this face on TV. So, you know, it's one of my happiest moments today, having him in the studio with me, though, because when I was a kid, he's someone that I look up to. I used to watch him a lot on JRTS by then, and here I am with him today, man. So at least, you know, I'm happy to have him in the studio. And with me in the studio as well, man, one of the youngest superstars making his wave all over the Gambia and Senegal as well, man. Maltz, welcome to the show, bro.
Yo, Lem. Yo, it's your boy Maltz Gambia.
It's Maza, man, to be honest. I told you, in the studio with me today, we're not going down, but we're going up, man. Up. First of all, Mr. Egalitarian, it's been a while.
Yes.
You've not been doing the music thing for a while now.
Yes, that's true.
I want to know what you've been up to lately.
Been busy trying to came up with projects that we thought would impact the Gambia. Waste to energy project and agricultural project, Moringa project that has the capacity to employ 90,000 Gambians.
Nice.
So this is what I've been fighting for the past 7 years. So I've dedicated my past 7 years to that project.
Nice.
But then still backpedaling, and the music is calling. So we are back to the music.
Exactly.
Yes, man.
So we're going to talk about the music part as well.
Exactly.
You're going to come back to it. So Maltz, but I'm going to DTMB, man, is making waves all over, man, all over the Gambia. Tell us about the DTM EP, bro.
DTM, man, it's my first project, yeah, man, but it's all about me, man. Come project be so like storyline about me. Understand? So I feel like it's a good thing, like for introduce my voice again, man. Yeah, man, not the guy doing the most DTM.
Doing the most. For real, man. Songs are fire, man, to be honest. And you know, I was surprised. He dropped his EP the same day with Nobles, but trust it, man. This nigga was number one on the EP, man.
Yeah.
But on Audiomack, iTunes, Spotify, and other stuff as well.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out to my fans out there,
big
man.
Achievement
guy,
out there.
Boy, believes him on 100% supporting. The guys keep streaming that.
Like no,
obviously,
100%,
yeah, man.
For real, we should stream it every day, like every day, man. So back to you, Mr. Egalitarian. Yeah, you said you were not doing music for 7 years, 7 good years. You were working on other stuff, and now you're back again into the music industry. So far, I know a lot of stuff has changed in the Gambian music industry, and your son into the music scene as well, man. He's doing it big as well, man. Shout out to Tycoon. You know, it's a pleasure meeting your dad, dude. Like I keep saying this, to be honest, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. So now, what are you up to next in the Gambia?
A new EP is coming.
You dropping an EP?
A new EP is coming. Hopefully next week we're dropping a new EP.
Okay, so what's the name of the EP?
I said don't give up. The comeback of the Egalitarian. The comeback of the king, Egalitarian.
Okay.
Yes, one. Back in the game. So we have an EP coming, and after that we got some more recordings to do with Hakeem. Wherever he is, we're going there. So we have few recordings in Nigeria as well. So, you know, we want to be back to what we know doing best. That's the music. So the project that we have been doing is an opportunity that has been blessed by God. And we've got the connection, we have the people that wants to do good for Africa, for Gambia. So we said, you know, instead of, because music cannot go, you can't do two things together. So we said, okay, let's push the music aside and do this, because this has a greater impact. The music is impacting me and then give a message, send a message to the people. But this one is impacting the youths and the Gambians and Africans. So we feel like that has a stronger, much stronger platform. Let's focus on that. But 7 years, we feel it's just, it's wasting time from this side, not from the other side.
From the other side. So from the other side, you're doing amazingly. But from this side of music expert, it's like you've been relaxing a lot as well.
Understand. So what I'm saying from this side is from this part that will acknowledge and respect and approve the project. So we've seen that there's a big delay on that side. So we said, let's go back to the music. But we still want to do the project if the opportunity is given. And I will also, before going forward, I would like to say, send condolences to those families that lost their 69 kids. I'm totally against it, and I felt it's a total negligence by the system that we thought really represent the Gambia. So I think the president should really look into it and do a justice to the matter. As an ambassador for the children of Gambia, I feel and I condemn the act. So thank you for giving me the platform to speak out. But we feel it's not right, so we should do well for the Gambia.
A quick one. Working on a project that's going to employ more Gambian youths. Because we all know the employment rate in the Gambia is just way less. There are so many youths sitting around without doing anything. Is the government supporting you in any way?
Not really.
Like seriously?
Yes, not for 7 years, not really. Yes, I have met with the head of state a couple of times, many times, and different authorities, and investors came, but not really. So it's disappointing, but then we want to still do with the.
We're surely going to get there. We're surely going to get there. With or without this support, we're surely going to get there. So now back to you, Mols, man. What is your favorite song on the EP, bro? Don't tell me all of the songs are favorite, because that's what you guys always tell.
No,
all of the songs are my favorite.
My favorite song on the EP, like, is Jarja, the first song, man.
Man.
It's a story about me, a story. But there's a lot about me, man. Like about the EP. EP becomes songs in Teklante. Like. Story.
No, you know, man, I was surprised when I listened to the EP. To be honest, when I saw Mols first time, I thought it was this artist that's just about life. Ego trip artists that come and sing about what I have, the life I live, and stuff like that. But trust me, when I listen to the EP, it's like you sending message, teaching people what they need to know. I think we need artists like that in the community. Actually, we cannot just be talking about ego trip. This is what I do. This is what I have. This is what what I don't have, and other stuff.
It's like music is not about. Oh, you love like Lunity like outside, never understand 100%. Then like circle before no boy then my pussy no 100%. But focus the way that Allah like is real about me, about your life. Because I'm gonna like you be going through a lot. Understand what I mean? So you have to sing that out. Understand? Need you take out there because someone out there may be living the same life you live in. Understand?
It's like
so
you connecting to your friends out there as well, bro. And that's what you did. So I'm proud of you, man. Trusted the EP
big time,
is something big. I'm not going to lie about that,
man.
Bro.
Thanks a
lot,
lot,
it's making waves as well, both in Senegal and in the Gambia. And thank you guys for supporting the young artists like Mols. To be honest, without your support, he's never going to get there. And trust me, this guy is going places, man. I'm not going to lie about that, bro.
Bro. We just started.
So, I just want to know quickly, what inspired you to do music?
Like I love music since way back, way back.
Small
brother Hamza Dara so free sway ni kutu Catholic dangalante, understand? Music is something I love so much, so much. I feel like it is something like I can put my voice up and talk to people, understand? I mean? Like the feeling Monica small dole that. Exactly. So lo boka na slow gonna push mom.
Exactly. So now back to you, Mr. Egenserian.
Yes, please.
You mentioned you're dropping the EP next week. Exactly, man. I can't wait anymore, man. To be honest. So how many songs are you dropping from the EP and any collabos from local and international artists?
Yes, 3 songs. The EP, collabo, Jalimadi. But it's a powerful one, really.
I know we're going to get a hint of that song. You should give us a hint before you leave, honestly.
Well, we'll see.
So we're going for a quick music break by Egalitarian, and when we're back, we're going to play my brother right here, Mols' new video as well. So let's take a quick break. This one is a reminder. It's you're gonna remember days back when you used to listen to him when we were kids. So let's watch this, and we'll be right back.
this is egalitarian. Hey, hey, hey. Each track is the healing of the nation. Hey, hey, hey. We have the mouth of separation. Hey, hey, hey. Separation down in the yard. Hey, hey, hey. Let's dance and kick it hard. Hey, hey, hey. Separation are running about. Hey, hey, hey. Let's dance and kick it out. Hey, hey, hey. Some people are low, getting scandalized for the world glow. Yeah. My brother, sister, be wise, don't get fooled what the road does. Yeah. Be so good, hopeful, yes, imagine why some of us do not even think about that for your whole sick. So with elucidate, so you lend me your ears, else unfortunate. May you never tempt to smell it, seek your joy. HIV ever ready to destroy this time. My life, your life, on the wrong time. Be so careful, their love was, let's talk about it. No to the side, we need all day to think about it. About it. Celebration down in the yard. Hey, hey, hey. Let's dance and kick it hard. Hey, hey, hey. Celebration running about. Hey, hey, hey. Let's dance and kick it out. Hey, hey, hey. Oh yes, boys, we had about it. Girls, you had about this. Let's talk about this. All we need is to care for drug fatness. Then again, fighting against the causes. There's no when you look through the roof of life. Oh, why do we see my brothers and sisters? How do we feel about this hidden disease? Yeah, it's much too painful. Let's talk about it. Oh, stand firm, having a battle for it. We all to be glorious and say count. Let me hear you saying we void out, void
Hey,
out.
I told you, man, I told you I'm taking you back to, years back. We're going back to 2013, 2012, 2010, and we're back in the studio again, man, 2022.
Squeezy.
Back
Scared man, scared man. The message in that song. Powerful.
Powerful message.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, massive.
Powerful.
I think he should take us back to the olden days of music that he was doing. And I expect a lot of songs like that in this new EP.
You know, Moss earlier said most of his songs are about himself.
Exactly.
What informed this one?
Yeah. And how are you feeling right now?
I
Being
feel
absent for 7 good years.
really part of an upliftment,
Exactly.
an inspiration, because music is about what you are and what you're feeling, and what you're saying, seeing outside there. You know, and for his EP, I've not listened to it.
Yeah, I think you should.
But
listen to it.
as to what you said, this is what an author should do.
Exactly.
A musician should do.
Yeah.
Things that reflect. You should reflect back.
Exactly.
You understand? Tell who you are in order to save somebody.
Exactly.
Tell your past so that those that are coming behind you
Can
learn from it.
Exactly.
So I feel really honored again to be part on the same platform with him.
Exactly.
You know, so and honored to be an inspiration.
Exactly.
And like I said, and then back to your statement regarding the message in the song. Well, Gambia should watch out what's coming next. Because what's coming is powerful, is bad, is mad, is I don't know, whatever word you can use.
Exactly.
But it's going to pinch.
We're waiting. Obviously, we're gonna play some of them on the show as well, man.
Yes.
So now, Mons,
Yes.
official premiering, man. I want you to premiere the video, man. We're going by a quick music break by Maltz here, man.
Yeah, man.
And trust it, you're gonna love it. We'll be right back,
He's
man.
dropping a new video?
He's dropped it already, but this is making waves on YouTube.
Nice.
Let's watch it and come back.
Ay, ay sama nek nigga maa ngi liw
money moo ma gën a siiw et parce que fundu mer bi mu ngi kool bu wokk foog ma teg fi million et di sa xale joone baby ron bu bamba ne bi naa ko teg si yoon boobu ma xamul rek ma ko ma xam na la ne mo sa boy génne boo xamutoon boy I'm not stable in order to water to make it to say the galaxies but dem ma bëgg a lekk dollar te bàyyi la si dalasis et bàyyi ma fi dara nigga bàyyi ma fi dara bi ñëpp xam ne dama siis ba bàyyi ma fi dara nigga bàyyi ma fi dara bi ñëpp xam ne dama diis ba xare jeena xare door ba suma tur bi yegg a foor we keep on the popping the niggas we dropping we keeping them stuffing the very core si passing nga bëgg ma bese la kilo maa ngi sant yàlla xanaa yow gisoo money you my mind noonu yaa ngi bëri fara ma stop ma way kodo way xaalis money di ñero bo amul doole joma jiro I'm all about money you know kodo way xaalis money di ñero bo amul doole joma jiro I'm all about money you know ay cassette ba foog ma challenge ci da asset boy million suma pocket boy bi ma do taxaw saret no boy deret ba deret ngor suma deret ba deret ngor suma deret ba boko ma fegi boy no rap mo wo yo achu do buri fena do be de hikachu no boro wo tap so mu te achu rek to dañu tacc yo wose mandi ci nanu ma kaju ci biir ci xel bi la sola na faju rat ndum bi la ko taccu du fi sa gade ma ratu way kodo way xaalis money di ñero bo amu doole joma jiro I'm all about money you know kodo way xaalis money di ñero bo amu doole joma jiro I'm all about money you know
Ami, ana halis bi na boy. Pani pour nga fofu man.
Nga solo na gore.
Ami ana halis bi na.
Solo na gore.
Do nega ci yoon bi tawolo halis bu fofu nega fofu non.
For real. So tell us a bit about this song, the visuals, and you know, and you're signed to a new label as well called Bull Music. Exactly, man. They've been doing mad visuals for you as well. But first of all, let's talk about this song, the inspiration behind this song and the video as well.
Yeah, come no more go here. EPB storyline about me. Understand? First song we want to jar. Like for nga obstacles in life, come do jar everything. But pour nga aga fofu non tam, for nga need halis. For nga need halis, exactly. For nga need place. So bo mo neka kodo bi. Then nga am DTM. So I mean halis tam, for nga buga do the most like I'm doing the most.
Doing them exactly.
Understand? Then nga am hamo mo neka aim bi. So I mean halis for nga buga am aim yo am pour am things yo wara like men. Yeah, last song bi da mo neka gom mo neka.
It's a live story thing as well,
exactly,
yeah. But what you've been through and
exactly.
you know what you face in your head as well, man. To be honest, man, I'm not gonna lie. This song, it's a big one out there.
Yeah, exactly. And I love money so much.
Me too, man.
He's a bull, a bully guy. Money and Harris, you can never separate them. I'm good, man.
How can I say them in the
But I have to say this. I'm really very proud to see him come this far.
Yeah, no, it's definitely he's come a long way and he's doing his thing. So back to you, Mr. Egalitarian.
Yes,
I know our music scene it's rough, if I could say. It's not smooth compared to before. Because nowadays we have a lot of artists. We have a lot of genre in the music industry that are coming up as well.
Yes.
And people like you have been in the game for a while. And I know with your EP you're about to drop, a lot of people are going to listen to it because they know the artists you've been before and they know what you can do as well, man. Yeah. So what are the audience you're targeting with the EP that you're about to drop?
Youths and leaders, the system. I mean, so I think I'll just say the entire Gambia.
Exactly.
But most focused of my songs are youth. They get to youths.
Exactly.
Because youths are the leaders, are the future, are the backbone of any nation that you see. So if the youths of any nation that youths are not encouraged is a failing nation.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying, much love to the Gambian youths, to the African youths, because one African country fails, the whole Africa fails.
Exactly.
One rise, it would inspire another one to rise. So let's say 80% of my messages to the Gambian youths. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now, Mons, what is your take on the music industry? Where would you want to see yourself in the next 2 years or in the next 3 years to come? And what plans is your label putting together to make sure you market your music out of the Gambia as well? Because you work within Senegal and Gambia, and I know you're trying to market out of the African continent to go to other African continents as well, and go to European continent as well. So what are you putting in place to work on that?
Me, I want to get to the highest place, man. I want to go global. Like, I'm doing music, like, here's my country, but I'm doing it for everyone. Understand what I mean? Out there. Like, suma label bi ñom Sénégal la gay nekk so dama dé am pour mo balance.
Exactly.
Yeah, dama dé am pour mo balance comme nekk Gambia ak Sénégal ci bopam, understand nga. Yeah, label bi mo shout out to Bour Music man Mr. Ibo. ñom borom balé big time nga def sen job mu waré, understand nga. Like album I enjoy big time job ak guy.
Yeah. And y'all watch out as well. I'm dropping my EP next month. It's fire.
You need to feature me on that.
So I was told we're running out of time. But before we take a leave with you, it's that time of the show, man, where we have the freestyle segment.
Oh.
Yeah. So today, now we're not playing beat from my boss right here, but it's giving us something from the EP that is about to drop. But we're playing a beat for Malls because we want to be on fire this morning, for real, man. So let's go with the freestyle from the EP about to drop.
Okay. Fodinkel ye alinga kukata. Fodinkel ye alinga soma dadae. Yele o ah. Yele ye o ah. Brah. Just puzzle lyric.
That's a hint.
Yes.
That's a hint.
Yeah,
Let me have my beat. Yeah. We're about to have fun in the studio, man. It's about to go down. It's not going up anymore, but it's going down. Malls in the studio.
On the beat.
DTM out right now. Stream it out on all platforms. Shout out to my brother Almic.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, Lem. DTM. Beholden me keppe bit before me no si loxo si kalpe yi mu rof si post bi check holy moly xoj ci pop bi defati si kané jimbo poobar sax ma teggé boy mënatuma tab di def ni ñom tuddu man kessé ku fi tok si ton bi lay rey dama ñëmé job bi def si jom andi wala leen ku fi tar ni to so boy tok sa bop day for no de dara kam si game bi rap yeb di cara si so join bi tout ko fay sa kara fay ma budi joni mol ze man on vouli def ni job se count di ani mili ay cost lay rek di def ni biri am locked in the game sa gas biti boy just sit down don't see it est ce que dinga Gisat being it, boy, there come bisap, like shit. My game, we lit.
Say
look
what?
At my drip, boy, look at my this. Look at his skin, yo, look at my this. Look at my this, look at my that.
Hey!
We don't do that shit, hey.
No, I told you.
That's fire.
I told you, man. We're doing something. But before I take a leave of you, man, Tafa, zoom on my shot, bro. Zoom in. We're back on the show. We're back. It's Keg, the drip, man. Don't forget, man. Link Barcelona Fashion Shop, man. They're gonna get you something like this, man. Link my brother Fabulous is gonna get you something like this. Link him on 329-9282. He's gonna get you something like this, man. For my end, I'm saying bye-bye till I come here tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. And my guests were Egalitarian and Malls. Thank you for coming to the show, bro.
Thank you, Malls, our brother Egalitarian, and the entire production team, my colleague Lolly, Mr. Dabo, who was here earlier. Until we come your way tomorrow for another exciting edition of This Morning. Thanks for being with us.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of frame plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find a frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician. Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.